Hey there, how's everyone doing? I just love this picture. This is beautiful, funny, and amazing. My sister got that for me right when I moved here into my new space, and I just love it. Okay, so I just wanted to welcome you all. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Gailyn. I go by Chef Gailyn. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist and dietary health coach, and on this episode, I am going to be talking about trusting the process. So I will have the replay that will be on here on Instagram. If this is something that you feel like it helps you or someone that you know, please go on and share the information. If you're watching this on YouTube, again, please go ahead and share, like, subscribe. And on my YouTube channel, listen, you guys, I wrote a book called Divinely Inspired Action, Reprogramming My Subconscious Mind for a Great Purpose, okay, which is on Amazon. And then I also have my other book that I turned into a course. This is a course as well, called The Complete Kefir Guide to Health, Weight Loss, and Beauty. But I just want all of my YouTube followers to know, just because I don't do every video about kefir, you can still give me the love, okay? Because I do all things. And honestly, body, soul, mind, and spirit is all one unit, okay? So I know that you all want tricks and tips about health, beauty, and weight loss all the time, and the healing of the gut. But I feel in the spirit at times to share other things, okay? So it is important to keep your digestive tract clean. All right, so that is why I do both topics on one channel. All right, because I've been getting a lot of you all lately being like kind of intense on me. Okay, so we're going to be talking about trusting the process and why that is so important. Okay, I just want whoever is listening to this right now, I want you to know that everything will fall into place. Okay, there is a perfect timing for everything. I talk about manifesting a lot. Manifesting is a vibration, all right? It's a feeling, it's an energy, okay? So I want to use an example of something that I've been dealing with. So I had to put in a proposal today. As a lot of you all know, I'm a chef. I cater for the film crews. So I'm always working on proposals, whether it's like events or just like anything to do with that, okay? And you know, I find myself like doubting myself, okay? Like sometimes I'll be like, oh my goodness, like if I, because we can be our worst enemy, right? And so it's like you walk into a place of confidence and then sometimes you know who you're up against. And so then you start getting into this place where you start wobbling, okay? And then what you put out is what you attract, right? And what you're seeking is seeking you. So then when you get into that place of wobbling, 9 times out of 10, what happens? You crash and burn, right? Because your vibration isn't up and you're not walking in a place of confidence and trusting the process, okay? So I knew this was happening in a scenario, right? I'm like very well aware of it. And I will say, when you write a book that's as powerful as the book I wrote called Divinely Inspired Action, you write things like that for your own personal learning skills. Like, I knew I needed to write a book on how to reprogram your mind with tangible steps. So it definitely is like really hardcore. There's like 12 modules I ended up putting into a course that like talks on each module, and then I have like all the videos that go along with it. And the reason this is so important is because we forget. You know, it's something that we constantly need to be reminded of on a daily basis. We're always hit between the media and the news and family, friends, our environment, our past, our own mind, you know. And so it's really, really, really important to know on a daily basis where you're going and what you're doing. And so this is live. So just to let you all know, my little blueberry muffin just walked out here. So things can always be a mystery when this little guy's around. I try to get these done while he's in preschool, but sometimes, right? Mama had a lot of work today, didn't she? Okay, so
I think we do.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay, so we're going to be talking about trusting the process and why it's so important. All right. And what we're going to also be talking about is trusting, focusing on what you can control. So I wrote this in my book, and this is actually on module 4. Okay. Focusing on what we can control. Because a lot of times, really, when we're not trusting the process, it's literally because we're walking in a place of fear and we're not being confident. And we go into this place of saying, like, who am I? Who am I to get this? Or who am I to ask about this? And then what happens is we kind of start on this, it's almost like a hamster on a wheel, right? And then what ends up happening is it ends up getting worse and worse and worse. Okay, so focus on what you can control. So I'm gonna read this for a second here. So focus on what you can control and don't dwell on what you can't control. Okay. Okay, he's singing a song. Are you singing a song back there? What are you doing? Looks like you're heading into the freezer. Okay, so one thing that we cannot control is other people. This is so true, okay? So you cannot control other people. So if you want to manifest something, you have to concentrate on your own personal energy and know that circumstances don't matter, okay? If you worry because your business is not thriving, that's a waste of time and energy. So the best thing to do in a scenario like this is to literally think of creative ways to have it flourish. It's so insane. Like literally on Friday, I had 2 different people, like a producer that was really powerful and one of my mentors who's amazing. Both, like, they don't even know each other, but both of them were talking about creativity and how they were able to really find their success by being creative. And so that's what I say, like, if you're in a place where you feel like you're like something's not thriving in your life, like, think of a creative way that would change the direction of it, because it's all supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun and a sense of ease, okay? So really honing in on the energy of being creative, because I do hone in on the energy of feeling love and being love. But creativeness, like walking that space of being creative, is so powerful. Good morning. Oh, good morning to you. You must be in a different part of the country. Blueberry, can you shut that, please? What do you have? Did you get an ice cream? Okay. Can you shut the freezer, sweetie? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna shut the freezer. Okay, hold on. You got an ice cream. Okay, he knows how to get his own ice cream. Okay, so if you worry about whether or not, like, your house will be destroyed in a flood, the number one thing to do is, like, literally just get flood insurance, find a place of peace. Don't focus on the negative. We can worry so much, and when we worry, literally 98% of what we worry about doesn't even happen. What happened? Oh, that looks delicious. Who else eats the ice cream? Okay. You want to do it? Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. So make every effort to totally put away negative thoughts. All right. Every effort. All right. And okay. All right. So that's really important to do. And if a problem is fixable, just go ahead and fix it, okay? Because nothing is worse than when you nothing has even happened yet, and we're talking about the worst case scenario. Like, I'll put proposals in, and I don't even know what the outcome's gonna be, and if I don't watch it, like, I'll let it consume my entire day. Like, I'll have friends call, family call. I feel like I can't even be there for them emotionally, or just as a good friend or family member, because I'm so caught up in, like, the anxiety of how the turnout's going to be, instead of just walking in a place of being like, you know what, I did the best I'm supposed to do. There's a timing for everything. If God wants me to have this, I'll have this, you know. And it's just so important to walk in that place, because it gives you such a sense of like consistent joy. Like we'll always have up and downs in our life, but you walk in a consistent joy when you really believe and trust in yourself. Okay. Okay, so yeah, and if it's not fixable, it doesn't even help to worry about it. That's why it's like, say you're in traffic and there's like a traffic jam, and then you allow yourself to get like all worked up and frustrated and annoyed about it. It's really like wasted energy, instead of being like, what a blessing that I'm not in a car accident, or everyone's okay. I'm going to get where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to get there. I feel like I'm being late, which is rude to whoever I'm going to go see, but they'll understand if I call them. You know what I mean? Like, just talk it through to yourself. It's interesting. One of my daughters, she was telling me the other day that this is the one that went on a mission trip, and she said that, and it was a really grueling mission trip. Someone asked me the other day, they were like, "Oh, did she like her mission trip?" Because she was in South Africa, but like in very horrendous conditions, and over the summer. And I was like, well, I wouldn't like necessarily say it was fun. It was a mission trip. I mean, you're there like to help people in these like poverty-stricken circumstances. You know what I mean? But she told me that she kept asking herself, like, when things got really, really, really rough, and there were times where, some of the stories that she's told. She's 15, right? So I mean, it was rough, right? So she said that she would always kind of do a check-in with herself and be like, is this where I want to be? And then she'd say, she'd like, process it through her mind and through her heart and through her body and be like, yes. You know what I mean? Though it is very hard and very grueling, and it's hard to see the end of the road on this, she was like, I want to be here. So just because something doesn't feel good, if it's right, you'll have the power to get through it. Okay, so it doesn't always have to be like a feel good. Just if something feels right, God will give you the strength and power to get through it. Okay, which is really, really important. Okay, so when we talk about trusting the process, this is something that I wanted to talk about as well. Like, okay, this is it's called like the journey to success. So everyone has their own view of success. So I talk about this in my book. I talk about it all the time with you all. Like what success is to one person is different to someone else. Someone might find like making millions or billions is successful to them, and having a yacht and a private jet, where someone else might be like, saving endangered animals over in Zimbabwe or something. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their thing, or like working in an orphanage, and someone else's would be, getting a doctorate to be, a doctor to help people or whatever, so everyone has their own view of success. Okay. But the difference between walking in a place of like happiness or sadness and walking in a place of your purpose is a spirit of joy. Okay, so you can be doing something that you feel like it's the right thing to do, but if it's not, and it can be your purpose, if you're going through a hard time during that, as long as you know that you're in the right place, like this is what you're supposed to be doing, you'll find a place of joy in it. Because I feel like a lot of times, like us manifesting people, like all of us that are into like manifesting and visualization and all of that, we talk about constantly being like, oh, you have to be happy, you have to be happy. But happiness and joy are two different things. Joy is like a sense of peace. Like happiness is like an euphoric energy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like an upper. It's like a like the endorphins, the dopamine, the vasopressin is all like going crazy. You know what I mean? But joy is just like a sense of peace. It's just like this calmness of like, you know what? I feel like I'm going through the rough right now, but it's okay, because I feel a sense of joy even though my circumstance is rough. Because we're humans. We live on this earth. We have our ups and downs. I mean, things happen, and it's just important to just keep that in check, right? And not get down on ourselves when we're not feeling happy all the time. Okay. So I just kind of want to end with this, that so many people, okay, have this mindset of like, like there I do, so therefore I am. Like if I do something, that's who I am. And the truth in that is people do what they want to do. So that's why when I talk to you all, I'm always saying, like, I have to be a reflection of what I teach. Okay, so I'm an accountability coach and I expect my clients to work out every day. They don't have to work out like a crazy beast every single day. You know what I'm saying? But they do have to work out every day, right? And so because I project that on my clients, I have to be that. I have to be the one that works out every day. If I'm expecting them to eat right for healing reasons, I need to make sure that I'm healthy and I'm eating right. And when you walk in a place of being over people and also in a place of like leadership, you have to hold yourself to a whole nother level of accountability. I mean, my morning, like I always talk about my prayer and meditation in the morning. I'm not ready to videotape myself because it's very powerful. It's definitely not mainstream America, like prayer and manifesting in the morning. I mean, it's powerful. Like I'm very intentional because I know everything is an energy, everything is a feeling, everything is a vibe. Do you know what I mean? And people are going to either feel it from me or not feel it from me. And there's going to be people that out there that are going to try to blast you down because we just live in a world of darkness. I mean, not everyone is like all about like, you know, you succeeding and and flowers and bonbons and cotton candy. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to keep on guard on that. But again, it's like really trusting the process, trusting yourself in the process, and having the confidence to know that you can do it. All right, I love you all, and I hope your day is amazing. If you have any questions or concerns, please go ahead and put that below. My link is actually in my bio, so you can follow me on there as well. All right, I love you all. Have a great day.